Our picks for Ohio State, Michigan State, I correctly predicted Ohio State to lose by 31. Wait.
We all nailed it. All three of us nailed the score last week.
Can you imagine if we had come on here last week and been like, I don't know, I just have a feeling 31-point loss for Ohio State. You would have all murdered us.
And you would have probably asked us for the lottery numbers, too.
Yeah. So, but first you would have murdered us for 3 days and talked about how stupid we were. And then you would have said, one person would have said you were right. So let's see if we can get a little closer than we were last week. Bill Landis, what's your Ohio State, Michigan State pick?
Sometimes I like to pretend that there's like a science to this, and there's not. We're just guessing. I picked Ohio State to win big last week, which like makes me want to pick them to win close or possibly lose this week. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to pick them to win comfortably this week. Ohio State 38, Michigan State 24. That's a cover for Michigan State, but I think you take a 14-point win if you're Ohio State coming off that. This is a good Michigan State team. It's a good Michigan State team. I think Ohio State throws it well and effectively. I don't think they throw it a lot. I think they dedicate themselves to the run, throw it over the top a couple times, and I think Michigan State's offense is like kind of fake good at the moment. Like Brian Lewerke's thrown for 400 yards the last 2 weeks. I think something we learned about Penn State is that their defense isn't really that good. And then he did it against Northwestern in like 9 overtimes. This is not a high-flying Michigan State offense. I think it looks like that on paper a little bit the last 2 weeks, but it's not. Ohio State's defense has some problems covering play-action passes, and I think that's going to come into play, but the defensive line will bounce back, get after the quarterback. 38-24 Ohio State.
So I'm going to go with Vegas. The line is 15.5, and like everybody's like, how can this be 15.5? Michigan State is actually ranked higher in the playoff rankings than Ohio State is, and my score is practically your score. But it's.
I thought you laughed at me because I was an idiot.
No, I laugh because it's like the same score. I say Ohio State 38, Michigan State 17. So Ohio State covers minus 15.5. It doesn't make sense. I think there is I thought they did not lose last week on emotion. I thought they lost last week on execution. That when you lose that big, that's not just, oh, we weren't up for it. That was like everything went wrong and you played badly. And I think it's an excuse to say it was emotion last week. But I do think there's emotion at play this week of like you got embarrassed in a way that Ohio State doesn't often get embarrassed. So I expect them to have a little bit of extra juice. People like the juice, a little extra juice. Run the ball, comfortable win. That doesn't make sense the way this series has gone, but sometimes things happen that don't make sense, just like last week. Tim, what's your pick?
Ohio State 31, Michigan State 21. I said on Monday I'm not buying the 16-point spread when it came out. It's down to 15.5. I still don't buy it, and there's one reason why, in 2 words. Mark D'Antonio. Ohio State it's been a kryptonite for Ohio State ever since D'Antonio's gotten there and since Jim Trustle's left. In those years since, he's just been kryptonite. He knows how to play Ohio State well. They match up well against them. I don't believe Michigan State is going to have a third big passing game in a row. I said on Outrageous Predictions, Ohio State will get a takeaway. I don't know if they'll get more than one. I think they will get one, and I think they'll rediscover their running game. It'll be a little closer than that 15.5, but I think it'll be enough for Ohio State to feel good about themselves and kind of get back on track while still having controlling their own destiny to win the Big Ten East.
Since Urban Meyer's been here, the home team has ever won this game, and all the games have been decided by an average of 6 points, and we all picked Ohio State to win at home by double digits. We're all going to be wrong.
Could Michigan State win this game?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Certainly, yes. Tim, Bill, Doug, see ya.